Link building tactics. So this is why I really like search engine optimizations, because link building never ends, and it's just when you get really into it, it's kind of unlimited. Like there's a lot of things you can do. We'll send out a number of my favorite resources for this and some of the things you can do. But in general, there's an unlimited number of ways you can acquire links. Some common ones and some popular ones: guest blogging, blog comments, providing testimonials. I did this a lot in the early days of ClickMinded. I would review SEO tools, and I would say, this is the greatest rank tracking tool ever, and it's amazing because A, B, C, and D, and I really love it. Thank you so much for creating it. The world is a better place. Tommy, clickminded.com, right? And they would like post a testimonial on there, and I would get the link back, right? Getting interviewed and like asking for a link back to your domain when you're doing that. Doing content marketing, writing a how-to guide, a complete guide, creating a top 10, top 100, anything that BuzzFeed would do will probably work nowadays, right? Debunking a myth is an interesting way to get a bunch of links. Linking out is an interesting one. I've found, while this isn't a link building tactic outright, I've found that linking to my competitors and linking to other pages that are ranking really well really helps my rankings a lot. One of the first things I do, I think I'm ranking #1 for SEO training options, and it's ranking. I created this page. It's one of the first pages I created, and the first thing I did was just list all my competitors, and I said, here's a number of SEO training options, and I just linked to all of these other sites that are already ranking well. What I find is that when you're creating a great resource for users, Google seems to know that you're doing it. And one of the easy ways to do it is to just search for the keyword you're trying to rank for, see who Google already trusts, right? See what's already ranking there, and then link to those things. This is really hard to get like executive buy-in on, or like you go to like the founder of your startup or your co-founder or your partner or whoever it is, and you say like, hey, I want to create a page where we link to all of our competitors. And people are like, you goddamn crazy? Like, why would we do that? But especially in the early days when you have very little traffic, very little brand awareness or anything like that, what you find is that I find that people value their traffic and their users a little too much. Like they think like, oh, I'm going to link to someone and everyone's immediately going to flock there. And that isn't really the case. So I'm going kind of long-winded on this, but what I found is that when you link out to people already ranking well for a term, Google seems to like leapfrog you up a little bit because they know you're creating a resource for users. So consider doing that. It's controversial. Not everyone would agree with me on it, but it works for me. Answering people's questions in forums and question and answer site, asking your current customers, hey, can you link to us, right? There's a site, helpareporterout.com. Contributing to Wikipedia pages, creating great video content. I mean, I'll send out a list of all my favorite tactics. This is an unlimited list. There are lots and lots and lots of things you can do here. You want to think about links the way you think about neighborhoods. You want to be linking to great content, and you want to get links from great content. You want to avoid linking to bad content, and you want to avoid getting links from bad content, right? So right. So that's the general idea. Like, this sounds like I'm proposing some crazy ideas out there, but they're not really necessary. Very simply, all you need to do is link to great content for users, get links from great content, don't link to bad spammy content, and don't get links from bad spammy content. That's the basic idea.